Hello, boys and girls. This is the pond habitat. Please read along with me. Make sure your hands are not messing with anything. And read along with me right now. A pond is a small, still body of fresh water. This means the water is not salty like it is in the ocean. So you could drink pond water, but should you? Probably not. Please make sure your name is here. Most ponds are shallow enough for plants to grow all the way across the pond. Shallow means it's not very, very deep, that you can probably touch the bottom. Plants live in the water or along the shore. Right there we see them. They have long roots that grow under the water. Plants make food and oxygen for animals. So here you need to draw some plants around your pond on the shore. Gian has drawn a beautiful example for us. You may find beavers building dams near the water. That's when they take all the sticks and they make like a blockade in the river so no water can go. You may also see some amphibians, such as frogs and toads. Amphibians are animals that live on land, but begin their lives in the water when they're babies. So please draw some of the animals that you would see around the pond. So we have a frog and a toad drawn by Gian, very silly ones. Some animals live on the surface or on the top of the pond. The water strider spreads its weight over its long legs, and the feathery hairs on its feet push water away and allow it to glide over the top. So we've drawn a pond, we've drawn all the water. She's drawn a water glider on the surface of the pond. It's an animal that can walk across the top of the pond, almost like magic. Some animals live in the open waters of the pond. You will find many different types of fish in ponds. Fish have gills, which are the openings in the side of its head through which they breathe. Gills are needed in order to breathe underwater. Draw some animals that live in the open water of a pond. So Gian is drawn as a fish in a pond, because ponds aren't very big. Would you find a whale in a pond? I don't think so. What about a shark? Probably not. Fish is a good option. Some animals live in the mud at the bottom of the pond. Ooh. Crayfish and pond snails are animals that live there. They are invertebrates, which means they are animals that don't have bones. Draw some animals that live in the bottom of the pond. So we have a cool looking snail. I'm just very excited to see you. Decaying leaves, so dead leaves from a tree, sink to the bottom of the pond and form part of the mud. The mud is also full of fungi, mushrooms, and bacteria. Those things help break down what's on the bottom, and this process provides nutrients for the plants to grow. So on the bottom of a pond, there's some mushrooms, there's some dead leaves, and there's some bacteria. And those things help break down things in the water so that we have a cleaner pond. Larger animals that live on land come to the pond to eat insects, fish, and plants that live in the water. Ducks and birds also build nests along the pond. So we have a duck here. It's a pretty cool looking duck. So those animals like to live outside the pond, but near the pond. They drink water from the pond, and that's their habitat area. Now, that you've read this book, I want you to work hard at making the best illustrations you can. And if and when you finish, you can work on organizing the words that come from the pond folder. Good luck and have fun. Bye.